This is Real News Media TV, coverage you can trust. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates. Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for February 22, 2023. And in the news this evening, 16-year-old boy among two charged for robbery of teen girl. A 16-year-old boy is among two persons charged by the police over the robbery of a teen girl along Malines Road on Tuesday afternoon. The teen and his co-accused, the 18-year-old Oleog Davis, are charged with a robbery with aggravation. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 1 p.m., the teen girl was walking along the roadway when Davis and his accomplice attacked her. According to the police, she was grabbed by the boys, who held a ratchet knife at her throat and robbed her of $500. They escaped on foot in the area. They were later caught by residents and handed over to the police. Davis and his accomplice were charged after a question and answer session. Their court date is being finalized. Gun owner who shot man during bar dispute in St. Catherine charged. The police in St. Catherine have charged a licensed firearm holder who allegedly shot a man in his face during a dispute at a bar. Charged with wounding with intent, making use of a firearm to commit a felony, and the breaches of the terms and the conditions of a firearm authorization is 40-year-old Mark Chen, a technician of New Harbor Village in Old Harbor in the parish. The incident happened on the night of Friday, February 17. Reports from the Old Harbor police are that about 9 p.m., Chen got into an argument with a man while at the bar. Chen allegedly brandished his licensed firearm, held the man by his throat, and opened gunfire, hitting him in his face, according to the police. The injured man was assisted to the hospital, where he was treated. The police say Chen later turned himself in, and his firearm, a 6-Sawyer pistol with a magazine containing 16 rounds of ammunition, was seized. He was charged after a question and answer interview in the presence of his lawyer. His court date is being finalized. Cafe calls for fixed date for local government elections. Observer group Citizens Action for Free and Fair Elections says that local government elections should have a fixed date to prevent postponement at the convenience of governments. CAFE says that the issue should be included in discussions of the Constitutional Reform Committee. CAFE Director Anton Thompson says that the group is concerned at the seemingly nonchalant attitude of the government in delaying the local government elections for another year. Using its majority, the government on Tuesday pushed through legislation to facilitate the postponement of the elections until February 28, 2024. Speaking with the news on Tuesday evening, Mr. Thompson took issue with the government's reasoning that the high monetary cost associated with holding the elections contributed to its postponement at this time, arguing that the country has always had and will always have economic issues and obligations. The CAFE director said the government cannot allow those issues to prevent us from exercising our democratic rights as citizens.
Frankly, we understand to some extent the problems when you have a pandemic that in fact can constrain and can in fact present a challenge from a health perspective about having elections. But in fact, we can't say that the economic issues that face us, which have always been facing us, and even though we may be doing better today, will always face us. We will always have other things that we can spend money on. We cannot say that those things will prevent us from exercising our democratic rights as citizens. We need to have, in whatever constitutional reform we're having, we need to sit down and have 60 to these elections. There's no good reason for that not to happen. And as I said, over the past 40 years, you see all these cases. They haven't ever been held on time. So both parties have been responsible for these postponements.
Hundreds are left unhappy after unemployment fear turns out to be fake. Hundreds of job seekers who turned up at the Girls Guides headquarters on Waterloo Road, St. Andrew on Tuesday were left disappointed after being told that no job fair was being hosted on the premises. Some of the people who spoke with the news on request of anonymity shared that they were notified about the event through several flyers that were circulated on social media platforms. A flyer obtained by the news labeled Canadian Job Fair indicated that registration would take place in the Girls Guides auditorium from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. at a cost of $2,500. But a car auction was being held at the headquarters. The man who was operating that function said he was confused about people turning up for a job fair. I had the place booked for an auction from 8:30 a.m. until 5 p.m. At first, when I came and saw the crowd, I was alarmed. As a matter of fact, I got a call that there was a clash here, but when I called operations at Girls Guides headquarters, they knew nothing about the job fair and said our auction is still on the books, he told the news. By about 9 a.m., there were small groups of job seekers seen with their documents in hand, seemingly anticipating that the job fair would still be held. Some people were also arriving on the scene at that time. The flyer stated that job seekers were required to bring copies of their resume, passport, biography, and a job letter for work opportunities such as housekeeping, security post, dishwashing, and front desk operation. One woman said that she arrived for the event about 7:30 a.m. and was given make-do waiting tickets by a woman called Latoya, who seemed to be one of the persons in charge of the job fair. And one lady in a pink shirt walk up and down and I write down numbers, and me get number 171. We got a flyer on our phone saying that there is a job fair to go to Canada. All me will never have passport, pay for express service to get it, she said. Me not lie, me employed, but you know you want to go overseas for the little work and come back. But I just one of them day. They didn't take our money, but it's still disappointing, the woman added. Another woman said she was assured by Latoya that the fair was not a scam. I got number 194. The lady came with a pen and paper and marker well prepared. When me come, she has say she hear rumors say it cancel, but she still giving out numbers. Me decide say me want get a better life and me get a radam, she said, using the colloquial Jamaican term made popular by the social media commentator known as a peanut dread. One man from St. Catharines said after working at his current job for 16 years, he was looking forward to a better life in Canada. Going to Canada would be a better opportunity. I am disappointed. The best thing is that we didn't pay money to anybody. We got tricked. Why do people do these things? Misleading your own people is sad, the dispirited man said. One woman also from St. Catherine told the news that she started to question the legitimacy of the function when she got there. The flyer from today had no contact information. The Girls Guides headquarters opened later than the flyer time. So why are you telling us to come before that? There were no tents, no official people. Why would you have people waste their time to come up here and do nothing? She said. Another woman added, we feel disappointed. That's why sometimes you can't trust everything you see on social media. I came cause my aunt in Canada sent me. That's why I came. Me go through all the procedures, Me get everything them request on the flyer. The job seekers said there was another flyer circulating on social media which showed that another Canadian job fair will be held at the Girls Guides headquarters on Thursday. When the news contacted the Canadian High Commission in Kingston, a representative who answered the phone told the news that there were no job fair being held as it does not host those functions. The representative also noted there were several calls made to the High Commission querying about a Canadian job fair. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Select all for daily news updates.